My name's Kalob. I come from small town Central Illinois. Grew up, went off, joined the Army, ended up in Special Forces, Green Beret, with 5th Special Forces Group out of Fort Campbell. So I've deployed to Afghanistan and Syria and got out in 2020. Got a wife and kid, 3-year-old little boy now. I got injured on February 12th, 2025. I see a weird light that piqued my interest. I slip out of bed and there's someone trying to break into my truck. I confronted them and they opened up. They engaged from the car parked in the road, the getaway vehicle. 12 to 14 rounds through the front of my house. As I dove and covered my wife and kid, I actually got hit through my left rear pelvis. It fractured my pelvis, shattered my iliac crest, put bone shot on my stomach, and broke part of my spine and lodged in between my L3 and L4 of my disc space in my spine. I was numb from the waist down. I ended up going to emergency surgery at the ER. Great care. Was given an ER. They probably saved my life. On my left side, it was numb, tingly, massive nerve pain that was unbearable at times. They were unable to remove the bullet because it was so close to my spinal column, risk of paralysis. And so I was discharged to go to see my primary care provider. The care given through the VA that I experienced was the most unsatisfactory healthcare I had ever imagined. The answer was give you a pill. Let's not look at the real problem. I was taking 1 to sleep 4 hours the first day. I ate the whole bottle in 5 days, and I was taking 2 to sleep 2 hours. That's when my wife looked at me and said, hey, we gotta take care of this injury and we gotta get you through this. This is how good guys end up, in these terrible stories. There was no mindset to win and to get back to being 110%, to being a dad, to, be a physical fit like you wanted to be. It was probably the heaviest load or the worst thing to go through when you're already in pain, and then to hear by every provider, accept that it's your new norm. That doesn't work. For some people, it doesn't work for me. I ended up at the athlete lab and meeting Dr. Nestler through another team guy of mine. I called him. He opened up for me. He said, yeah, come on in, we'll get an assessment tomorrow. And I wasn't optimistic. I think I was 0 for 6 at that point. I said the same thing to him. I come in and he's like, go ahead and sit on the table. I'm like, okay, this guy seems a little different. It's a little different place here. I sit on the table and he's like, I could do a couple things for me. And I start doing them. We need to fix your gait. And he says, it's gonna hurt, but if you do this, it'll stop hurting. It'll hurt less and less. We started working on that. And this time I'm telling him, I'm like, no, I'm going back to 100%. Like, this is how I'm gonna do this. And he's like, let's go, like, this is what we're doing. And every time it was like, no, we got this. It was the first medical provider I've been through in the whole process. After leaving the ER, that was on the team. Like, he had the mentality of, we're crushing this, like, we got this together. Broke down on the table. It's pretty, I needed it. I was taking no pain pills, nothing. A healthy diet, supplements. 4-month mark, I was the first time I was out of pain, and we continued with PT. Just under 6 months. Post-injury, I ran an 8:30-minute mile. I was told I may never run again. What I would say to whether it's come from special operations, an operator, SEALs, whatever, not all PTs are the same. If you want to give yourself the best chance to get back to that level you want to be at, you need to find this place. It is unlike the rest. I've been around multiple athletic trainers that trained at the Olympic training facility, to dietitians, nutritionists. Like, we've had those resources allocated to us. This guy gets it. Like, this is where you need to come. There is not another spot like this. I've looked. I've looked.